So today I'm gonna be doing a Q&A about me, and on Instagram is where I'm mostly active on social media. I wrote down some of the ones you asked, which are some of the most asked questions I've ever been asked from new friends, people in general, people who are just meeting me. I just got off of work like an hour ago and I cleaned Jerry's litter. Jerry's my rabbit, and it was a hot mess. So I look rough, but it's alright. I always look rough. And Buddy's staring at me right now. You're so handsome. Come here. There you go. They can see you. Oh, they can see you a little bit. You're such a good boy. Go lay down. Go lay down. No. He wants to be on the chair with me. So, before we get started, I just want to make it clear that I am Sofia Nieves. Make it clear for no reason. I am her, Sofia Nieves. This is my room. This is my vanity. This is one of the things that I wanted most, more than I wanted my bed when I first moved in the apartment. So I thought I'd show you guys how much I'm obsessed with it. Not so much what's around it. I really like a minimalistic kind of feel for like certain areas of my room. But this table is everything to me. And as you can see, I have the ColourPop X Disney collection over here that I will be doing a video on as well, and I can't wait for you to stay tuned because there's the cutest little freaking details on these packages. So like, this is the Snow White lipstick, right? It's a regular lipstick. It says Snow White. This is the Cinderella, obviously, and it says Cinderella right here, and on the packaging it's obviously like gold stars, right? And inside it's gold, obviously, right? Well, for Ariel lipstick, Ariel right there, purple stars, see them? Inside it's purple, and it's freaking amazing that they took little things like that because it makes it so much more valuable. Like, it makes me want to go spend the money. And given it was a pretty expensive collection from ColourPop, not as bad as other companies, it was so worth it with the little details they added, and I'll show you in the next video. Well, here we go with how old am I? I'm 22 years old. Without makeup, I look like I just turned 18. With makeup, I look like I'm 25. So you decide. I'm 22 years old. What is my race? My family is from Puerto Rico, descended from Puerto Rico. My great-great-great-grandfather is actually Italian. So that made so much sense when I finally figured that out, because my entire family looks completely different from one another. Understand why my eyes are green and my hair's brown, and my mother's is dark brown and she's really dark-skinned. So I get it now. Where am I? Oh, where were you born? I was born in New York, in Brooklyn, New York. I lived there up until I was 4 years old, and then I moved to Florida. So I grew up in Florida. I love Florida. I never want to leave Florida unless I move to like Colorado, or I don't know. There's this other place I want to go, and I'll put it in the description because I can't remember right now. But other than those two places, I won't move. How many pets do you have? I have 3 at the moment. I have Buddy. I always talk about him. He's my dog. I have Jerry, my rabbit, my beautiful little rabbit who's a butthole, who's laying on my laptop right now. And then I have Dumbo. Dumbo is my fish. He is a Dumbo beta fish. Hence why I called him Dumbo, but he actually is like gray until you flash light on him, and then he's like this iridescent gray. He's beautiful, but his name is Dumbo. So I have 3 animals, pets. Okay. Single or taken? I am taken. I always get this question, even when I'm not taken, and when I'm taken, and I always say I'm taken, even if I'm not. But I am. Let's make that clear. I am, and I'm very happy. Yes, even when we argue, I'm still very happy. What is one thing that you would love to do for the rest of your life? And this was one of my favorite questions because I love talking about deep crap. This was one of my favorite questions. What do I want to do? What's one thing I want to do for the rest of my life? There's a couple things I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to be a mom so bad. Not so much like, okay, I'm young, I get that. I don't want to have a child right now. Not right now. But I do want to be a mom for the rest of my life. Like, when I look down the path of my life, I do want to finish school. I do want to have a great career. But I want to be a mom. Like, I want that. That's a major thing that I've always wanted since I was younger. I just always felt so motherly, and that's why I love animals, I feel like, because at a young age, I could be a mom and take care of an animal and take care of my pets. And I think that's the reason why I love animals so much, because I can care for them, because they depend on me, you know, and I love that. I really would love to be a mother, but also I really, really, really want to have a really great business. There's a couple things that I really love to do. Obviously, I love selling things. I could sell anything. Like, I've sold pillows before. I could sell anything. And I feel like I just need to look for that right thing in my life. It could be homes for other people. I want to sell things for people. Like, that's a big thing. So, Jerry, don't start. Please don't start. He's under my bed, and when he's under my bed, what he loves to do is chew on carpet. That's what he loves to do. Okay, he stopped. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. Am I in school? I'm not in school. I took a year off after I graduated in 2015. Jerry? And then I went for 2 semesters. Are you that mad at me every time I talk? Permission. Excuse me. Excuse me. What are you doing? Thank you. Thank you. I'm back. He's just under my bed being a butthole because he wants my attention. So I'm sorry. I'm not in school, but again, I took 2 semesters, and on my second semester, I got in this really bad state. Like, I did amazing my first semester. I got A's and B's. Like, I did really great. I was really proud of myself. But my second semester, I got in this state of depression where nothing and no one made me happy. And it was when I was farthest away from God. And I felt like I was farthest away from God. Like, I've drifted away. Obviously, he's always with me, but I drifted from my faith, and that really is a big part of who I am, and that helps me through my days, honestly. And because of that, I drifted away, and I got into a state of depression. So I literally dropped all my classes. Some of them I hadn't started yet because it was summer. It was summer. And I just dropped all of that. And it was a bad decision, honestly. Should I have stayed? Yes, I should have stayed. But what was I going to do? I was unhappy with myself as a person and anyone in my life. Like, it could have been anybody, and I was just miserable. So that's why I stopped. I do want to keep going, though. So now it's going to be a year, actually, that I stopped going to school. So soon, I really want to. I have it in my heart that I really want to go at my pace and my level and take the classes that I have decided to take. So soon, in school, ? Soon. Number 8, because I'm doing 10 questions. I don't know if I even said that in the beginning of the video. I chose 10. Why Christian? Someone wrote that, and I'm not offended. Why Christian? I am Christian because I believe that Jesus died on the cross and resurrected after 3 days for my sins. I'm Christian because with every ounce of my body, I believe that he resurrected after 3 days of being in a tomb after being nailed to a cross. I believe that wholeheartedly. I get emotional just thinking about it, because I feel it deep down in my soul. I feel it. I love Jesus so much. I love God so much. That's why I'm Christian, because I believe those things. I believe that a man lived years ago and died for not just my sins, but the whole sin of the entire world. And for those who believe in him will be saved. I believe that. That's why I'm Christian. Number 9 says, do your rabbit and your dog get along? I would take my phone down from the stand and show you that they're literally like running around having fun together. Buddy's laying down. Jerry just went in his cage really quickly. Buddy is my dog, and he's unbothered. Unbothered. Let me say that again. He's so unbothered that he could lay next to a duck after yesterday have chased that duck. Like, if he chased that duck yesterday, this duck, he could lay next to the duck. That's how unbothered he is. I think Buddy's such a sweet soul of an animal. He's sweet to Jerry since the day I got him. He loved chasing Jerry, don't get me wrong. He loved at first chasing Jerry when Jerry was like not 1 year old yet. Buddy was 3 at that time. They would chase each other all day. And Jerry's probably really mean. He's the meanest. Jerry would pee on Buddy's bed still, like run around him to annoy him. It's amazing. But they do get along. They don't try to eat each other. Jerry doesn't bite Buddy. Buddy doesn't bite Jerry. They're good. And they'll keep looking. Why are you licking the carpet? Buddy's so weird. And honestly, I've had a kitten. I had a cat, and Buddy and her were best friends. Literally best friends. You know how like you lick your like a cat licks its kitten? Buddy would lick the cat, and she would lick him. Like, they just cared for one another, and she was an outside cat. So last question, what kind of person am I? And this is a question I get often, and I don't know what I perceive to be on social media. I mean, I'm not that popular, but I don't know what I perceive to be, because I always get this question. And then sometimes I get people who think I'm just rude and disrespectful. I mean, I can be. I'm sometimes rude and disrespectful. But I mean, we all are sometimes rude and disrespectful. It's a trait of humans. We're rude and disrespectful sometimes. But I don't know what I perceive to be like, because people really think I'm a terrible human being. And I might have been in the past, like maybe from like freshman year, before freshman year, like maybe I was a terrible person in middle school and high school. But the person that I was then is not the person I am now, because I found my faith again. I grew up Christian in my Christian family, but again, you have to choose to believe in God. You have to choose to have that relationship with Jesus. You have to choose that. And yes, I knew in my mind, yes, God is real. I didn't go to church all the time. I didn't pray. I didn't ask for forgiveness. I did the common thing everyone did. Jesus, forgive me, and if you help me get through this, I will surrender my life. I will never sin again. Like, he's not an idiot. He knew what I was going to do next. But the point is, like, I was a bad person. I was a manipulator, a liar. I was bad. I was terrible. And it was because I didn't have that peace in my heart. I didn't have Jesus. I didn't have God. I didn't have it dwelling in my home. I didn't know who I was and who I wanted to be. So when you don't know who you are in what you believe, I know who I am because of God. And what he has in store for me, I have no idea. But because I believe in him, my life is good. Even if I lose everything again and I go back to nothing, I'm okay because I have him. I was a bad person. Who I am now, I think I'm a pretty nice person. I get angry. Yes, I'm a Virgo. I think I have an attitude. I do. I have an attitude. And I always have the trait of where I grew up. East side of Florida. South side. You get it. Like, I didn't grow up in the best area. So I always have that trait, and I always have that slang in some points of my life. Can you not right now? We're not going to bark. I'm almost done with the video. No. Go to bed. I know your bed's up because... Just go to bed. Go, 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 go. he was about to bark, and I'm not here for it. This is the first video he hasn't barked yet, and I'm living through it. I think I'm a good person. To me, yes, I'm mean, but I've become so bluntly, and sometimes when I'm blunt, it's not great. I think sometimes I'm really mean to the people I care about the most, because I care about you and you're being dumb. You're being dumb. So I do have tendencies to be rude and disrespectful like any other person. But when it comes deep down to it, I'm emotional. I care so much about everyone, and even you watching this video. If you ever need anything, me, help, anything, let me know. If you need a prayer, write it down in the comments below and I'll pray for you. I'm here for you. And y'all get ready for my next video, because it is going to be the Disney X Color Pop tutorial. And I can't wait to see y'all on the next video.